My name is David Knight, and these are my paintings, just 3 of them. I was thinking of doing some sculptures too, so I did. I bought some cars, model cars, and so I built them, and then I was thinking of putting them into an installation film piece. This isn't built yet. So I just have the cars, but the cars are really nice. They do make good models of cars these days. Very expensive. This is a 1964 Pontiac GTO. This is a 66 Galaxy. Really nice. Nice cars. And this is my favorite. I think they got the Batmobile from this. This is a 1958 convertible T-Bird Ford. It's really good. I don't build models very well. Actually, I haven't built models ever, so I just started. The other wheel is in here. I also have started reading comics. Batman, Spider-Man, watching Spider-Man on television too. And it's interesting that all the shows that I grew up with, like Dodo, the Kid from Outer Space, you don't see those anymore. And they had an interesting time period with these cars, not the 58 convertible here, because that's a 50s car, and 50s cars are sort of overused now, but these 2 nice 60s cars, like that's the time period of Batman, Spider-Man, Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing's great. And I tend to be a person who has a lot of ideas for things, but doesn't end up doing a lot of those things. So this is a good opportunity for me to talk about those things and then never do them, so you can visualize them for yourself, and then I don't have to do them. I took a course with Nora Hutchinson in 1985 at the university, and performance art. And performance art wasn't totally alien to me before, but in fact I did some before that course, and so was interested in taking the course, so I took it. And she introduced me to the history of it, the history of performance art, which is interesting and very political, which politics don't, not very interested in politics. I don't busy myself with finding out what the news has to say, and I'm not too worried about I should be, but I guess I'm not. Anyway, politics aren't featured in my life. But performance art I thought of as a good way for me to perform, because I like performing. And I grew up with opera, and I can't say I grew up with theater per se, but the theatrical element of opera always impressed me, and it was a good world to express myself in. And at the time, I didn't appreciate the opera influences from my parents, who were classically trained. But now I do, and I see that opera is a very interesting melding of all the arts. Modern opera, or if you will, performance art. I wouldn't want to say that opera is the same as performance art, but anyway, as a performance artist, incorporating the ideas of opera means incorporating all medium of art into one performance. Sculpture, acting, good literature, music, film, video, dance, and building. The construction of things is also a thing that has also really influenced me, with the cars. And my dad is a draftsman and designs pumps, and I think that always that affected me, that here was a man who could do a drawing, and then at a certain stage, a seemingly inhuman stage with the factories, it was made into a thing that nobody really knew how the hell it worked. It just pumped away and provided power for some other thing that possibly nobody knew what that was for either. So things that are built, I like building things, and things that are influenced by factories, or that seem to be unaesthetic or very technical. I do like technical music, things that border on a lot of dissonance or assonance. There's no such thing in assonance, but I'll use it anyway. And making up words. And so in performance art, when I was doing performance art, it came naturally to include music, because obviously opera, its main thrust is the music, whereas performance art, perhaps the main thrust is any of the other things: sculpture, movement, text. So music came into it because I appreciate good singing and good orchestration. And also, I do like the technical process of music making,